But even given that, who was the first Muslim? Because the Quran says that Muhammad was the first Muslim. There are other, speaking of Abraham and his sons, so of Moses, that he was the first to believe in Allah.
Which verse?
Muslims claim that Jesus was a Muslim, and I understand that it's not necessarily Muslim as we see and understand Muslim and Islamic practice today. I do understand that the claim is based around one who submits to the will of Allah. But even given that, who was the first Muslim? Because the Quran says that Muhammad was the first Muslim.
What's the verse?
So the verse is Surah 2, it's Surah 6:14, I believe.
6:14.
6:14. This is where I should have brought my Quran.
That's fine.
But can I borrow one of yours?
Of course.
So 6:14, he says, "Indeed, I have been commanded to be the first among you who submit to Allah." And was commanded, do not ever be of the polytheists. So you have a clear statement where the Prophet says that he is the first. He is commanded to be the first who submits to Allah. So the claim that Jesus was a Muslim, based on the fact that he submitted to Allah, would be inconsistent with this verse. But it doesn't, but there's more, because actually there are other places where the Quran says, so of Moses, that he was the first to believe in Allah.
Which verse is that?
And that Pharaoh's magicians were also the first to believe in Allah.
Give me the verses, and then we will reference them
Yeah.
in ChatGPT. 6:14.
But you have 6:14. So 6:14, which speaks of the Prophet Muhammad.
Yeah.
You have 2:128 to 1:33, which is speaking of Abraham and his sons.
2:148.
So 2:128, if I have that correct.
Let me check.
2:133, speaking of Abraham and his sons.
Not 128.
2:128.
Okay. Plus.
So it's 2:128 to
133.
133. So I'm saying 128 all the way through to 133.
133.
And then you have 7:143, which says of Moses, and 26:51, which actually 7:143.
Okay.
And 26:51.
26:51.
And then you also have 7:157, but I don't think we'll have time to do justice to that.
But is that part of the alleged contradiction about who the first Muslim is?
No. That's a separate.
Okay, that's a separate. Okay. Okay, so I'm asking the ChatGPT, are these verses inconsistent because they make different claims about who is the first Muslim? Is that an accurate question to ask? And I'm going to give ChatGPT these verses, the ones that you mentioned.
Okay, that'll be interesting to see what ChatGPT says.
Are these verses inconsistent? Because I understand where the confusion is coming from. You're misunderstanding what is being. What is
my misunderstanding?
Your misunderstanding is what is meant by the first Muslim. It's not talking. I haven't revised all of these verses to see exactly what they're saying, but it's probably in the sense of the first Muslim in their culture, in their context of that picture, in that group of people or that particular time. That's what I'm assuming. So let's see what let's see what ChatGPT says.
Okay.
Here we go. It's like I said. Short answer: no, they are not inconsistent, but they are doing different rhetorical and theological things. The tension disappears once you notice that the first Muslim is always given first within a given context, not first chronologically in absolute history.
Okay, can you explain then?
Yeah, it's saying that if Jesus, for example, I haven't revised these verses.
No, that's fine.
So for example, if the Pharaoh's magicians said that I'm the first Muslim, doesn't mean that I'm the first Muslim that has existed in history.
Right.
It means that in this context now, I've just seen a miracle, and I'm going to be amongst the first people that are going to submit to this truth that I've just seen. I'm gonna rush to it, and so the Quran is encouraging them, is showing that this is what our response should be when we see guidance, miracles from God. We immediately submit. Yeah. So that would be in that case.
So Moses and the Pharaoh's magicians were within the same context.
Let me read it, and then it will become clear. 6:14 is this one is about the Prophet, peace be upon him. He is told to say, "I have been commanded to be the first of the Muslims." Here the speaker is Muhammad, meaning first amongst his community, the Quraysh, his audience, to submit to God under this revelation. Yeah. So Muhammad is told to say, "I'm the first of the Muslims to receive this revelation from God."
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm the first to submit to it from this latest revelation. He's not saying that I'm the first Muslim in history. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Second, Abraham and Ishmael.
Yep.
Well, here it doesn't say that they are told to be the first Muslims. It just says make us Muslims, and so here is a different.
Were they made Muslims?
In a wider context,
Yeah,
in the wider context of what the Quran means by Muslim.
Okay.
So that's not even like a contradiction. It's just a separate issue.
Okay.
Hold up. Here,
All right.
here we have
answer all of them.
Yeah.
And I've got one more. Well, I've
yeah,
got two more, but yeah.
Moses, because
Yeah.
here he says that because here it is about being the first of the believers. So
And they're within the same context, Moses and the magicians.
hold up, speaker. On the this is on a theophany on Sinai, when God speaks to Moses on Sinai. Yeah, I turn to you, and I am the first of the believers. This is the context of the verse.
Right.
Yeah. Firstly, two important points. ChatGPT says the verse says believers, not Muslims. So we've got a different terminology here. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the terminology it's used, consistent.
You were saying that your point was specifically about the Quran's talking about different people saying that different people making claims to be the first Muslims. Yeah. So here it's not about Muslims. It's about believers. There's a difference in the Quranic terminology between Muslims and believers.
No, but the word that's used in all the references I gave you is believers.
No, it's not. No,
What? In
no.
6:14?
6:14 is not believers. It's first of the Muslims. Awala man aslam. Final one. Now we have the magicians claiming to be the first of the believers. Again, it's not. So again, it's believers, not Muslims. Yeah. So
That's the same phrase that's used for Moses.
Moses. So Moses was the first believers was the first believer in not the first believer amongst the first believers in the context of the revelation that he received in Sinai. Yeah. Now, in a separate context, the magicians are shown a sign from God.
Right.
And now they are, and then now they say that we are the first of the believers.
Okay.
Clearly, ChatGPT is saying they are not claiming to be the first believers in history, or even the first believers among the Israelites. They mean first within Pharaoh's court, first to believe in that immediate confrontation. And so here, I think this is a good example of how you can actually use ChatGPT to quickly debunk.
Again, garbage in, garbage out. That's why I don't use ChatGPT, because
Well,
it's only drawing. If it's drawing from the same pool, it will always give you on the same answer. So
ChatGPT is drawing on a much wider pool than what you or I than what you or I know. It's drawing upon. It's drawing upon. It's drawing upon a libraries and libraries of resources.
I haven't got an issue with you using ChatGPT.
Yeah, that's fine.
But
so I think rather than like rehash like Christian polemics, I think
No. This is from the Quran. I'm bringing surahs to you.
you are, but I'm sure you'll find this amongst Christian polemical literature.
No. This is what the Quran claims.
I know this. I'm saying, where did you get it from? Did you read it? Or
you gave me a copy of the Quran.
I know, but
I just didn't bring my highlighted version.
But you've told me in the past that you only made it up to chapter 3 of the Quran.
Yeah.
And so, but now,
because the inconsistencies were so much, I had to get those addressed before I could read the rest of the book.
There is no inconsistency here.
Right, let me point to another one.
No, hold up. Let me finish this point, because now you're quoting verses from beyond what you have acknowledged that you've read of the Quran.
I've read more than just chapter 3 since we spoke.
Okay, have you? Okay, so because
you've read much through.
Because you're quoting verses from chapter 6, chapter 7.
Absolutely.
So normally, what I find is that Christians come with polemical literature and information that they've taken from their Christian echo chamber. And I'm saying, rather than waste time with regurgitating that, it's much better to put it into things like ChatGPT.
Which is an echo chamber.
No, it's not. It's a fundamental misunderstanding.
I allow you to use ChatGPT. Okay. That's fine.
Do you acknowledge that these are not contradictions?
They're inconsistencies.
No, they're not inconsistencies.
Okay, I'll accept that, because I still have a couple more.
Thank you.
I'll accept that.